Hello, I'm Lindsay, and today's session is a yoga session for when you're feeling under the weather, a bit rubbish. Oftentimes students don't come to practice when they're feeling poorly because they are low energy, not feeling like doing anything. My feeling is that if you're able to do just a little short sequence, as long as you're not feverish, as long as you're not really just bedridden, something that allows you to do a little bit of a stretch, a bit of a lengthen, can oftentimes make you feel a lot better. So this is a session for just if you're feeling a bit rubbish. We'll begin then, and actually before I start, I should say, you're going to need some props, a couple of pillows or lots of cushions or some blankets. It will be really useful because we're going to be using those a little bit today. So we will begin with propping up, sitting in Sukhasana, easy pose if that's comfortable. If your knees anyway normally don't reach the ground, you can always prop your knees up, and that helps your hips to relax and to pose. And a nice tall spine. So lengthen your spine, relax your arms, and then start for a moment, just close your eyes and start to deepen your breath. And take a couple of nice long in and out breaths. And we'll bring your arms either side of you, palms facing up. With your next in-breath, bring your arms all the way up to the sky, looking up at your thumbs if that feels okay on your neck, otherwise looking straight ahead. On an out breath, hands down to your chest. And then in breath up again. Turn your hands away from each other. Out breath, bring your arms wide. Keep your back nice and tall and keep remembering to relax your knees and your hips. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale, wide arms. Inhale up. And this time as you breathe out, bring your right arm forward and your left arm behind you. So you're bringing your hands to about the centre line, imaginary centre line in front and behind. Inhale, lengthen your spine, and then on your out breath, gently turn to look towards your left hand. So keeping your chin as upright as you can, your shoulders as low as you can, and then your gaze is just soft, not forcing it. Check that your knees are soft. On an in-breath, lengthen your spine again. And on your out breath, gently turn back to centre. And we'll go again the other way. So inhale, hands up. Exhale, left hand in front of you this time. Inhale, tall spine. And exhale, turn to look behind you. Relax your shoulders, lengthen your arms. And take a couple of breaths. On your next in-breath, lengthen, and on an out-breath, gently turn all the way back to centre. We're going to just bring your hands down in front of you, so you're resting on your fingertips. Lengthen again, and then slowly walk yourself forward. It's a very gentle forward bend. This is for your inner thighs, your knees. It's for lengthening your spine. So it's more important that you have a straight back than that your forehead comes onto the floor. So you're leading just a little bit with your chin and your chest. Nice big breaths, and on your out breath you can just take advantage of the softening that comes with an out breath and come forward a little bit more, but not straining today. Just take it easy. With your next in-breath, you can walk or slide your hands back towards you. And we're going to cross your legs in the other direction if that feels all right. Keep your knees nice and supported. And we're going to do a slight back bend. So bring your hands behind you and your fingers are pointing towards your back. Lean back into your hands. Lengthen your arms, but don't lock them straight. Inhale, lift up your chest. And so if your neck's feeling okay, you can lift up your chin. If your neck's sore today, just keep looking straight ahead. So doing whatever feels good to you. And take a couple of breaths. And to come up from this position, you take one more in-breath. And then pause your breath. Lift your head. And gently lean forward again. I'm going to inhale, hands up. This time your left hand's coming forward. And if it feels all right, bring it to the outside of your left thigh. If not, bring it in front. Inhale, tall. Exhale, turn to look behind you. This time you're going to turn the right palm up to the sky behind you and lift it all the way over. So you're aiming towards your left knee. Looking underneath your arm and try and relax your knees and your hips. Inhale, coming back up. And then turn back to center. Another in-breath, arms all the way up. And this time your right hand is coming to the outside of your left thigh. Your left hand is just walking to the center line behind you. Inhale, tall. Exhale, turn to look behind you. With every out breath, just a little turn to look behind you. With every in-breath, you're lengthening. Turn your left palm up to the sky. Bring your arm over towards your your right knee. I'm trying to do this back to front. Looking underneath your left arm. And then with your next in-breath, coming all the way back. Brilliant. You might just be feeling a little tightness in your back. That's quite normal when you're feeling poorly. We're going to do a little bit of forward and backward movement now. So we can put the pillows aside for a moment and come over onto your hands and knees. And in this position, wrists are under shoulders, knees are under hips. Inhale into your cow pose. Keep your arms long, but they're not locked. So they're just straight arms, but with a slight softness. Forehead and tail to the sky. On your out breath, keeping your arms long, tuck your tail under. Chin to chest, belly button sucking up towards your spine. Inhale, back into your cow position. Exhale to cat. You're looking for a feeling of widening around the rib cage. You're looking for a feeling of widening around the rib cage, particularly in your back. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale all the way down. And then come to a flat back on your next in-breath. And we'll come into child's pose, so your hips, your backside comes towards your heels. Stretch out your arms a little bit, bring your forehead to the mat. We'll do a little bit of back bending. So back bending is going to help you to feel like you're opening out across the front of your body. So gently bring yourself onto the mat. I'll just move my pillows out of your way. As you can see. So your feet are about hip distance apart, but your legs are slightly relaxed. Elbows are fairly close to your body so that your elbow is underneath your shoulder, directly under, And so there's a straight line from your middle finger right to the middle of your wrist, into your elbow and into your shoulder. And then gently draw your elbows towards your waistline. So you're pulling back on your arms but without moving them. Slightly pull your shoulder blades together. Lift your crown up to the sky. Relax your knees. And then remember to breathe. And on an out breath, slowly lower down. You can slide your hands under your shoulders, forehead to the mat, and then gently bring yourself back up onto your hands and knees, and all the way back into your child's pose. We'll come up onto your hands and knees for a moment, and from here just rolling over very gently onto your back. And we're going to open out your hips a little way. So bend your right knee and bring it over your left thigh, or just above. You'll bring your ankle just above the left knee. And reach with both hands through the little space there, so you're going to grab hold of your hamstring. This is called thread the needle. You want to make sure your right foot is flexed. You can relax the left foot and gently draw your left thigh towards you. So you're looking for a very gentle opening here, not forcing or straining if you're feeling poorly. And let your foot gently float down to the mat. And we're going to carry on crossing the knees, one over the other. And clasp your hands under your head, elbows wide. And very gently let your knees drop over to the left side of the mat. Try and keep your right shoulder on the mat, and if it feels okay, look towards your right elbow. On your next in-breath, bring your knees back up. And we'll do that over on the other side. So uncross, crossing in the other direction, slightly flex your left foot. And then reach up towards your hamstring. Clasp your hands. And then relax your neck and shoulders onto the mat. And then very gently drawing your leg towards you. Keep reminding your shoulders to relax. The reason for the flexed foot is to protect your knee joint, so it helps if it's just slightly engaged. And then float your right foot down, cross your knees. Bring your hands underneath your head again. Elbows are wide, keep your left shoulder on the mat and drop your knees over to the right side. Oh, nice crack. And turn your head over to the left. And then just notice whether you're holding any tension in your knees, in your hips, and let everything soften. And take a couple of breaths. And bring your knees back to center. Uncross your legs. Bring your knees back towards your chest. And we're just going to draw a little circle so your knees and your feet stay together. Draw a little circle with your knees. Give your back a massage. And go in the opposite direction. To come out of the pose, you're going to drop your feet down onto the mat, roll over onto one side. And very gently help yourself up. And come back into your comfortable seat. Prop yourself up with pillows. And rest your hands either on your knees or one hand on top of the other. Nice tall spine. Relax your knees, eyes closed for a moment. Take a couple of breaths. And take a moment to notice how you're feeling right now. Hopefully just a little bit calmer, a little bit more relaxed, a little bit lengthened and opened out. So thanks for joining me today, even though you were feeling poorly. Om Shanti.